order? No, I can't find the key to the door. Okay. Roll call, Judy.
John Dooley,
Here.
Jim Pruitt,
Here.
Lois Reese. Here. Don Whipple,
Yes.
Bill Nurses.
Here. Approval of the agenda. Anybody see anything that need to be changed, added, subtracted?
Move with approve the agenda.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Approved. Okay, Judy, would you read the minutes from the May 28th meeting, please?
City of Greensburg, Indiana, Board of Aviation Commissioners, Tuesday, May 28th, 2019, 7 p.m. at City Hall. Call to order. President Bill Ernst has called the meeting to order at 7 p.m. Roll call. Board members present were Bill Ernst, John Dooley, Don Whipple, and Jim Pruitt. Airport Manager Jerry Scheidler and Paul Schaffer of BF&S were also present. Board member Oris Reese is absent. Judy Kirk performed the duties of secretary. Agenda approval. The meeting agenda was reviewed. Jim Pruitt noted that the day of the agenda should read Tuesday instead of Monday in the agenda heading. John Dooley made a motion and Jim Pruitt seconded the motion to approve the agenda as amended. The motion passed unanimously by voice vote 4-0. Minutes. Mr. read the April 22nd, 2019 minutes. Don Whipple made a motion and Jim Pruitt seconded the motion to approve the minutes as read. The motion passed unanimously by voice vote 4-0. Financial report. John Dooley read the financial report. John also reviewed details on the new accounts recently set up for the airport board with the Jackson County Bank. Old business. Appraisals. Bill Ernst has reported that the appraisal started on May 21st and that the first 4 parcels are finished, and offers should be coming soon. These properties are the 4 key parcels that are perfect
Did you find the key?
to the construction
I think so.
of the runway. Budget 2020. Bill Ernst has noted that it would soon be time to start working on the 2020 budget. He stated that the board should be cautious not to overextend spending since interest payments on the line of credit will be due every 6 months and a decision will need to be made on whether to pay additionally on the loan. Also, Paul Schaffer reminded the board that grant reimbursement only comes once per year. Paul Schaffer, BF&S. 1. Paul reported that BF&S has received 1 partial pay request, AIP 13 for PPR 3 with federal share of $11,961, a state share of $664.50, and a local share of $664.50, for a total of $13,290. After discussion, Jim Pruitt made a motion and Don Whipple seconded the motion to authorize President Bill Ernst to sign AIP 13 PPR 3. The motion passed unanimously by roll call vote 4-0. This reimbursement is for the land survey costs. 2. Paul requested that since the board can roll over $150,000 a year for 4 years, the board approve the rollover of a non-primary entitlement for $150,000 for 1 more year. John Dooley made a motion and Jim Pruitt seconded the motion to roll over the non-primary entitlement funds of $150,000 for 1 year. The motion passed unanimously by voice vote 4-0. 3. Paul stated that the disadvantaged business enterprise goal has been established at a new rate of 5.5% from October 1, 2019 to September 30th, 2022. Jim Pruitt made a motion and John Dooley seconded the motion to approve the rate of 5.5% for the DBE goal. The motion passed unanimously by voice vote 4-0. The approved rate of 5.5% will be listed on the airport website for 30 days. Airport Manager's Report. Jerry Scheidler reported that AAA Striping will begin the restriping of the runway as soon as weather cooperates and their schedule permits. Activity has pitched up at the airport. He also noted that all hangars are still full. Approval of bills. Bill Ernst has presented the bills for payment. 1. Encore Insurance General Liability Insurance Coverage for $5,470. Jim Pruitt made a motion and Don Whipple seconded the motion to pay the bill for $5,470 to Encore Insurance. The motion passed unanimously by voice vote 4-0. 2. Greensburg Tool Supply for $86.20. Don Whipple made a motion and Jim Pruitt seconded the motion to pay the bill for $86.20. unanimously by voice vote 4-0. 3, BF&S for $16,090. John Dooley made a motion and Don Whipple seconded the motion to pay the bill for $16,090. The motion passed unanimously by roll call vote 4-0. 4, other miscellaneous bills for a total of $64,083.52. Jim Pruitt made a motion and Don Whipple seconded the motion to pay the bills for a total of $64,083.52. The motion passed unanimously by roll call vote 4-0. Water bill for $36.75. Don Whipple made a motion and John Dooley seconded the motion to pay the water bill for $36.75. The motion passed unanimously by voice vote 4-0. Comments from the board and or public. There were no comments from the board or public. Meeting adjournment and next meeting date. There being no further business before the board, Jim Pruitt made a motion and John Dooley seconded the motion to adjourn the meeting. The motion passed unanimously by voice vote 4-0, and President Bill Ernst adjourned the meeting at 7:37 p.m. The next meeting will be held on Monday, June the 24th, 2019 at City Hall at 7 p.m.
I'm sorry, did you say that I had noted the day of the week? Because I don't think I did that. That the day of the
On
week.
the agenda?
Yeah.
It was either you or Don, I know.
I don't remember either, but I don't recall, I thought it was somebody else that had made the,
Yeah, I know it's one of you two. I don't know who, I couldn't recall who it was. Minor thing, it was just changing the date.
yeah, I mean, it's no big deal, but
Yeah.
I just, like to have, you like to have them right.
Did you make that motion, Don?
Pardon?
Did you make that motion?
I don't recall that, but I may have.
It's,
I mean, I like, it's
History.
not that
It's history.
not that I don't like taking credit for things, but no, I didn't think I was.
for expediency, I think you should take credit.
Yeah, well, all right.
Good. I'll move we, accept the minutes as written.
Do you have a second? Second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Approved. John, the financial report, please.
Financial report for the Greensburg Municipal Airport. We have the 3 accounts in our airport improvement account. Our balance today is $52,541.36. In our aviation rotary fuel account, $54,175.09. In our airport operation account, our balance is $113,391.95. The total of all 3 accounts combined, $220,108.40. We'll mention too, last month we passed out the information on the Jackson County Bank loan, and those figures, and those are unchanged from last month to this month. There's been no activity in that account.
They're on the second page. And then we also sold 418 gallon of Jet A and 535 gallons of 100 low lead for a total of 953 gallons. And the rest of it for the Jackson County Bank remains the same as it was. And the 5% edit fund remains the same. Okay? Yes, sir.
Well, there was some interest earned on that. Right?
Yeah, the answer, we haven't paid it yet. It will be paid tonight, approved to be paid tonight. Okay. The update on the appraisals, I spoke with Mr. Tribbett. Sometime next month, we should be receiving information on the finalization of the appraisals. I have no idea what they'll be, but he will present them to the board at the next meeting, or should be reporting, presenting them to the board at the next meeting. Okay, next thing is the budget. On the third sheet of the financial report, attached to it, I made up now this is strictly a sample of the way we can do the budget, is not the budget. And one of of the things that I've added over on the right-hand side is that, I checked with Jackson County Bank that we can each month, if we want to, pay ahead on the, principal, and we can pay on the interest, however we wanna do it. Those 2,000, those are just figures that I wrote in. So if we want, you know, if we feel we can do it, we could pay 2,000, 3,000 on the principal as we owe, 337,000, I believe it is. $337,000 presently, and the interest, for example, I got written down there 27,000. Once we do the first big payments for land, the interest will go up, and we want to be sure we keep ahead of it because we have to pay it twice a year, and we can pay on a monthly basis or July 1st as we do have this one we have presently. Now, over the left-hand side, I've got the 2020, and it's basically like it was last year, that we need to sit down and get some figures together on what we want to be paying. And I also put up the top right-hand corner, the possibility of a 2.5% interest, percent increase on hangar rent. It could mean approximately another little over $2,000 to us if we needed a little bit more money. It's just something to think about. And do I have anybody that would like to volunteer to do the budget?
What's a typical hangar rent?
Oh, they vary, there's so many
I
different sizes.
understand that.
The 80,000 a year.
Okay.
You mean, mine's
You mean an individual hangar?
156, I think. Mine's 156. What's yours?
Mine's a couple hundred,
Okay.
yeah. And of course, Reed's gonna pay more for his big
Well, I
hangar.
understand that.
Some of the old block hangars in Building A will be less yet. I know our revenues per month, there's about 6,700 a month for the hangar rentals we receive. That comes out to about 80,000.
You know, really, I think we're pretty generous or not generous, but pretty low on our rentals.
It's just something to think about, especially with the loan payments that we're gonna be making and the interest that we're gonna have to be paying. We wanna be sure we stay ahead of things.
Well, I agree.
When does that have to be finalized?
Budget,
Yeah.
they would like to have it for us to approve it at our next meeting and present it to city clerk treasurer after that.
So
So if I get somebody that wants willing to work with it,
I can certainly do that. One thing, I know we got the 2019, 2020 budgets, which are essentially the same except for a few minor things. But do we have figures available for our actual expenses over the last year or last 2 years? These are budgetary figures, but we have actual,
yeah, we can get them.
okay. I mean, that would help us know what to do,
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
of course.
And then, for example, I put down, to the side, paint the 100 low lead tank. I had an asterisk and what it could come out of maintenance, repair and maintenance. And then I had a double asterisk down under equipment. Just as an asterisk or just for things that we have to do. Yes, Horace?
Mr. President, Bill and I, 3 years ago, we did a survey of the other airports around. Would 2.5% run anyone off from this airport to another airport for a hangar?
All right. Do you think would, Jerry? I doubt it.
Probably not, it's hard, can't really say for sure,
Yeah.
but
You
Probably
would predict not? Then why not?
Well, 2.5% would only be $2.50 on $100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a mathematics wizard, Jim.
I am.
Goes down like
If you've never been around rentals in the Elizabeth Airport
Yeah.
or whatever,
And if
At
we,
2.5%.
and if we did it, it probably wouldn't go into effect in
you've got to
January
stay ahead
anyway.
of it because interest goes up, insurance goes up, everything else
That's
goes
true.
up, and we haven't gone up.
Well, we've got time, because we probably make it go into effect in January anyway. You wanna work with the budget?
I'll
John?
certainly do the budget.
So let me see if I'm correct on this, Bill. You were proposing to pay $2,000, or not proposing, but just as an example, $2,000.
That's just an example.
Um,
Take an example.
And then I noted, you know, there's nothing in the actual interest column, except for,
Because it's due twice a year, the interest is paid twice a
right,
year,
but
that's why it's like that.
are we,
We're required July and January to pay the interest. That's a requirement. Now, the one thing in the budget, I checked with the State Board of Accounts. If we want to pay ahead, with the docket that we show, we have to show the paragraphs out of the loan with the Jackson County Bank that allows us to do that. Because under normal circumstances, you have to have a bill from them before you can pay it. But if we want to pay ahead, we just take a reading out of the actual loan from the Jackson County Bank.
what category are we actually paying the interest out of?
It will be out of the Airport Improvement Fund. Now, we'll set it up
And
next
that's-
year. Yeah, that's the, on the front page,
Right.
top left-hand side.
Right.
Yeah. And we will be taking some funds out of the Rural Refuel Fund to add to our income. We didn't do it last year, but we will this coming year, we'll take money out to add to it.
Okay, two questions.
Yes, sir.
If we pay $2,000 a month, does that automatically drop the number of dollars interest on the loan
It will, yes.
that we pay?
Yes, it will.
The other question is the money we have in our account drawing us any interest anywhere?
The Jackson County, oh, the other, yes, it does. I don't know how much. I'd have to ask Ashley that. The,
So, you know, which way's the best way to go?
yeah. Now, the thing about it is, we don't have to pay monthly on that if we feel we don't have it. That would be optional each month.
If it's to our advantage, then I think we should do it.
Yeah,
If it isn't, it's a no-brainer.
that's correct.
Would we make that a line item type thing on the agenda as to whether we're paying that each month?
We probably would, yes. Because it'll come out on, just like on one of these dockets. We'll have to do it ahead, that says next month we want to pay this amount, or we don't want to pay this amount.
And the
We could
second-
also-
It'll be in the minutes.
We could also choose, you know, not to pay those, or we could choose to just do it twice a year, the same time we do the interest, to pay extra principal. We could also choose to do it that way too.
Well, yeah, the only thing I was thinking of is in terms of, you know, if you set it up to automatically pay or something like that, I mean, there may be a month when we don't wanna do that.
Right.
So, I mean,
The thing is,
should
we
vote on that each month.
really want to remember, once we buy the land, we will have a higher interest rate. We may be wanting to just pay the interest and leave the principal loans, and 4 or 5 years down the road, then start paying it down.
Well, we'll also have to, as hopefully
That's correct. That's correct.
feds roll in, whatever. The other question that I had was, how long have we been using these budget figures? Because I think we've had pretty much about the same budget for the
Well,
last.
they have changed, just like the 2019 to this one. I had in there when I put in, like the 336, I reduced it by 4,000. Machinery, reduced it by 500. But pretty close to the same, because we pretty well do the same thing each year.
Like I say, I'll try to get figures actually paid instead of budgetary figures. That'll help us
That'd be, that'd be
go
a
along.
good way to look at it. But we're up against the wall on this too, if we're having to vote on it next month.
So we hope we can bring it in to you, present it to you, and you say yes, and if you want to change it, we can change it if necessary, we can come back.
Well, but, I mean, can we come back if we don't?
No, I'm sure we can, we can have special meetings for it. We've done that before.
Well, I'm not, these are probably gonna work out, because I think really the budget that we submit, we've really never actually used those figures.
This time we will be presenting it to the city council because of the bond. We will have to present it to.
No, I think we always.
Yeah.
We always have,
We
it's just,
presented it.
those haven't necessarily been,
And this time they have to approve it and not just present it to them and show them what we're doing. Because of the bond, and they're responsible, the city's responsible for the bond.
so. Well, let's see what, if you can come up with those figures, and we'll see where
John, I can come up with something pretty accurate, right, John?
Yep, we've always done it.
Okay. New business, Mr. Schaffer.
Thank you. The only official item we have tonight is just to see if any of the members of the public have comments on the 5.4% DBE goal that was presented and advertised last month. So any members of the public have comments on the disadvantaged business enterprise goal of 5.4%? Okay. Hearing none, we'll take, you don't need to approve or modify your approval from last month. We will forward that on to the FAA prior to the August 1st deadline. And just to remember, remind you, that's a requirement for anyone receiving federal funds. So, I just have three other real quick reminders or information for the board. Aviation, Indiana, there's a quarterly meeting in Crawfordsville, if anybody's interested in that, and that's July 18th. Very close to your airport here on July 23rd in Madison. At the Madison Airport, there's a crack sealing seminar. So if anybody's interested in going down to that, the association's putting that on. And then you might hold on your calendar October 15th through 17th. That's 4 months away, but with the project and them getting ready to invest some money in the construction side of that project, we'll likely have a CIP meeting at the conference. The conference is in Michigan City this year. It's a little ways away, but they'll be interested to hear a report on the land acquisition status, and as well as talking about timing of construction in 2021, that kind of thing.
We would be, that's 3 day, we'd be one specific day, those would be, is my right?
Yeah,
Or meeting
they're
days?
usually on 16th and 17th. The 15th is generally the scholarship golf outing and sporting clays. You wouldn't have to necessarily come for that, although it is a good time, and it raises money for aviation scholarships in Indiana.
When would you know what date our CIP would be?
You know what, I could go ahead and put a request in the NDOT. If they plan to have a CIP meeting with you, then we would like, do you have a preferred day on the 16th or 17th?
What day of the week are those?
That's, the 16th is a Wednesday and the 17th is a Thursday.
I propose the 16th.
16th?
16. Your day off?
Yeah.
Okay. You drive?
Drive or fly, depending on weather.
Okay. I'll request the 16th to see if we can get that. Okay. That's it. Any questions for me today? Thank you for your time.
Jerry?
Okay, well, AAA showed up on June 17th and completed our runway paint job that day, and it looks pretty good. And we have, as of today, I have one hanger open. One of the fellows that came here, he's from Columbus. They didn't have hangers available when he bought his airplane, but now they did. They got him over there, so he's left us, so we got a hanger available today. So you want to go ahead and buy an airplane, Don? I got a place for you to put it.
Which building is our, the opening?
It's D2,
D2.
right behind Bill.
Okay.
All right, that's all I got.
Okay. Approval of the bills, we've got 4 dockets. We have one for $3,239.04. It consists of checks for the Jackson County Bank, $262.33. They're the big checks. We don't get anything little at that price. Premier Ag, $89.11, Greensburg Tool Supply, $86.20, and Jackson County Bank interest is due $2,801.40.
You want to do them in,
I'm gonna do all 4 of them separately.
oh, okay. I move we pay that one.
Second.
All, Judy, roll call, we've got a first and second.
Bill, you think?
Don, this is stuff on.
Oh, that's not. Okay, John Dooley,
Yes, paid.
Jim Pruitt,
Yes.
Doris Reese,
Yes,
Don Whipple,
Yes.
Bill Ursus.
Yes. Okay, the second one is $12,000. It is from our attorney for his share of the bond, which is required by federal law that we pay him out of the bond.
Why are you looking at me?
You're a lawyer.
You're guilty by association.
We have to pay it, so do I have a motion to pay?
I still move.
Second.
Judy, roll call, please.
John Dooley,
Yes, paid.
Jim Pruitt,
Yes.
Doris Reese.
yes,
Don Whipple,
Yes.
Bill Ursus.
Yes. Okay, the next one is, $8,816.23, and it is, mostly insurance.
I wanted to mention too, it was in our meeting that we paid,
We approved them.
approved it, but this is actually.
This is the
actual
docket to
pay.
pay.
Okay, okay.
And then we had, Jet A fuel tax, our utility electric bill, Frontier, yeah, our utilities for $8,816.23. Deb,
Move to pay.
second? Roll call, Judy?
John Dooley,
Yes,
Jim Pruitt,
Yes.
Doris Reese.
Yes.
Don Whipple,
Yes.
Bill Ursus.
Yes. And the last one is $3,923.64, and it consists mainly of payroll, employee liability, medical insurance, FICA and all that.
yeah, most of it's the Jackson County Bank.
Huh?
No, yeah, most of it's the interest on the payment.
Oh, it's on that one? Okay, yeah, the last of it is the interest for the 2,800. Well, that was on the other
I
one.
was gonna say, we've already voted to pay that.
Yeah. Why did she put it on twice? I haven't talked to her about that. Where you got those on? Jackson County Bank. We'll miss them. No, that's. But you know. Yeah.
It's got it on 2 dockets here.
Yeah, I'll have to talk to her about that and see what's going on.
We'll make sure it's paid once, not twice.
Yeah.
Well, I think,
I will, I have to take it to her anyway, so I'll talk to her about it.
what else is on that bill?
All payroll expenses.
Yeah.
Everything else is payroll expenses.
They don't wait on that either.
Jerry, you want paid?
Whatever.
Prove it and I'll find out, get it off of one or the other.
Can we split it up and
Well,
pay?
I think since we've got it already done and approved it on this other one, we'll just go ahead and remove it.
Cause I was moving to pay payroll expenses, but I'm not gonna pay the interest twice.
This has got to be the wrong, she's got the same docket on it. They're different. I'll talk to her, we'll get it off, we'll take it off of this one to the 3,923. We'll subtract the 2,801 from it.
Okay.
What's that come to you, at your calculator?
Well,
Can we do this?
Yeah.
yeah,
But we already put it on the
I
other.
move that we pay the stock up minus the interest that's already been paid on the other docket.
We have to bring that back up then, you can't just.
Yeah, we'll just strike it on here and sign it. What we'll do.
And I put it on the front of the docket minus the $2,801.40.
I'm gonna vote no,
Okay.
because I don't think we know what we're doing.
Yeah, we do.
know what's right.
No, we know
Yeah,
exactly
we do,
what it
Horace.
is.
Do I have a motion to pay minus the $2,801.40, which is on this other docket?
I'll move to do that.
Okay.
And I'll second that.
Do I have a second?
Yes, ma'am.
Roll call vote, please, Judy.
John Dooley,
Yes.
Jim Pruitt,
Yes.
Horace Reese.
No,
Don Whipple,
Yes.
Bill Ursus.
Yes. Okay. Comments from the board or the audience? Anybody? If not, I'll accept the motion to adjourn.
I'll make it.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.